Welcome back. I'm going to share with you quite some, well, I think it's exciting news, and it's something that came really unexpectedly in the last few days. I've been having strong imagery coming through for me in my meditations and felt a strong pull to put those images into some kind of form. And initially, I thought that I would just talk about the images, talk about the meditation, talk about the messages that were coming through in these quite strong images. I keep saying images, but pictures, places, ideas, but they were coming through in strong visuals for me. And that's quite new. That's only just started happening. And it's something that like I say, I thought that I would maybe just come in and talk about the ideas themselves behind the images. But I felt really guided to create images for those ideas, to accompany the ideas. And it was a very small step from there to deciding to create some oracle. And in the last few days, I've already created, I'll just reach across, I've already created, I think, 8 oracle cards. And I'm just building the prototypes as I go. And then obviously, if I decide that it'll be something that I will sort of make more of and maybe offer them online, whatever, I've not looked into it. But for right now, I'm simply creating oracle cards that demonstrate the ideas that are coming through, and hopefully they will resonate with something that you're experiencing or that you are manifesting or praying about. It'll hopefully have messages in it for you in the way oracle cards do. I don't know why I've labored over that introduction, but welcome. And this is the first idea that came to me, and it was, if you can see that, the desert and the stone. And there was quite a lot of messages that came through with this image. Quite a lot of biblical references, quite a lot of philosophical references, quite a lot of religious messages from various religious sources, but also ideas around experience and what the desert represents for you may in fact be more important than my interpretation of what this is intended to mean. So just because I'm putting it forward, please don't think that your interpretation isn't the right interpretation, because for you, your interpretation will always be the right interpretation. I don't seem to be able to put that. I should have figured that out before I started recording. Rookie mistake. That may work, at least momentarily. So the desert and the stone, this is what came through for me. The desert being the vast, quiet emptiness, the kind of the stripping back, it's maybe even reminiscent to those of us, if you've been on a spiritual path for a while, or even if it's a relatively new experience for you, you will probably experience at some point a desire to remove yourself, to be in isolation, go into hermit mode, those sorts of things. And there's a resonance for me with the vast open spaces, the expansive consciousness of the desert. And I've written down vast quiet emptiness, stripping away the worldly distraction, the ego and the noise dropping, and it's also the ego and the noise dropping. It's also where our own thoughts and feelings can turn up the volume. So things like shadow can really appear when you're in that vast emptiness. It's a place of testing. It's a harsh, strikingly harsh place of isolated testing, a place of revelation. There are many instances where the desert is associated with revelations, divine messages. It's a place where the test of the soul happens in isolation. And it's also, because of the sand, the impermanence of the sand. As I said in one of my earlier videos, the way that the sand as an irritant in a different scenario can cause, for example, in an oyster, a pearl to form. So the sand can be the instigator. The desert can be the instigator of that process of harsh reality going within, soul searching. And it's not an easy place to be. And it's not a place many people choose to go. It's stark. It's all the things I've already said. And then there's the stone in this image. And that represents ancient wisdom and weighted ancient wisdom, unyielding, unshakable divine presence. I've said it represents the core, the soul, the essence of self that cannot be destroyed by the elements. It's the altar, the monument, the place where humans encounter the divine. It's also the place where messages from the divine have been etched. I think I'm referencing Moses there, and the Ten Commandments. So again, Christian imagery coming through strongly for me from my cultural background. But whatever resonates for you with that, that divine, weighted, ancient wisdom, the altar, the place where humanity meets the divine in the testing desert. I'm drawn to the stone providing an anchor within the endless desert. It provides shade, it provides shelter, it provides relief, it provides the knowledge that gives the relief. And again, where sand erodes, stone stands. There's a parable or a wisdom of the builder that says, build your house not on sand, but in stone. And I think that's from the Sermon on the Mount or the Sermon on the Plain. But these are references that you can follow up with. It also represents miracles, and where the desert expands consciousness outward, the stone anchors the consciousness inward, and that's in the Philosopher's Stone. And the image came to me really strongly. The words came first, the images came later with this one, and it was just that clear. It just came. It was the desert and the stone, and I meditated on it, and these are the images that came through for me. Like I say, it's my cultural background will shape at the moment the way things appear for me, or the way things connect to prior knowledge within my experience, within my realm currently. And everything is changing and growing. We are the sands, you know, we are not permanent. We are eternal souls having an impermanent experience, and that in itself is part of the miracle of the desert, right? It goes on and on as far as the eye can see and in any given direction, but there is an impermanence at its heart. I hope this resonates, and blessings, and I'll see you at the next